New York's Fifth Avenue was dressed in blue and white on April 14th to host the annual Greek Parade, a tradition that goes back to the late 30s, commemorating the anniversary of the Greek War for Independence from the Ottoman Turks. The Greek War for Independence was officially launched on March 25, 1821, and ended with a hard-won Greek victory. Greece was officially declared a free country on July 21, 1831, following the conclusion of the Treaty of Constantinople of the Great Powers. Thousands of Greek Americans, accompanied by floats and marching bands, marched down Fifth Avenue displaying Greek pride before thousands of cheering spectators. Organized by the Federation of Hellenic Societies of Greater New York with the support of many volunteers, the annual Greek Parade, apart from celebrating the heroes who fought for independence following nearly 400 years of slavery under the Ottoman Turks, it also celebrates the Greek heritage and culture, and it is also a platform that seeks to bring awareness on matters relating to the national issues of Greece and Cyprus. This year's awareness theme was the 50th tragic anniversary of the July 20, 1974 invasion and continued occupation of Cyprus by Turkey. I'm Elena Maroulleti, your host, inviting you to stay tuned for our 2024 coverage of the Greek Parade on Fifth Avenue with our contributing AKTINA TV crew, Tom Stoura's camera, and reporter Vasilis Michalis. Prior to the parade, the customary reception was held nearby, where organizers, along with dignitaries, clergy, and officials from the U.S. government, as well as from the governments of Greece and Cyprus, gathered to offer special greeting messages and to congratulate this year's Grand Marshals, Nikos Dendias, Foreign Minister of Greece, Alexis Vafiadis, Cyprus Minister of Transport, Communications and Works, and Greek-American NFL star George Karlaftis, defensive end for the Kansas City Chiefs. Several Greek celebrities were also present, as well as members of the Greek parliament, including the president of Syriza, Stefanos Kasselakis, who spoke about his close ties with New York City, where he lived and worked before breaking into politics in his homeland, stressing also that New York holds a special place in his heart because here he also met his husband.
To help each other out around the world and to be a force for peace in our region.
What is the importance for you as a Greek American of this parade, of this day, of this celebration?
Well, I've been coming to this parade for decades, literally, since I was a child. And many years ago when I was the first Greek American to get elected to office in New York, there was a special symbolism that was here. But for me, mostly now, I come every year because it's the land my family's from. My parents are from Kalavrita, both of them. And it's important that we show strength in our numbers here in New York and in the United States, because I could speak as a political figure also. The importance of a community is measured by its numbers, by how many participate in the process, and this is all part of that. So it's great to see so many people out. We've got a beautiful day today.
You touched a little bit upon that, but I wanted to follow up. What is the importance of such a parade and of, such a big Greek presence on the relationship between the Greek American community and the American public, especially given the context of the 50 years from the occupation of Cyprus?
Yeah, well, exactly. And one of the I mentioned I was the first to get elected, but we now have 5, 3 in the state senate, 2 in the state assembly. And as an example of why it's important, we were able to pass this year for the first time a resolution, which is usually not done in the state legislature, on international affairs, commemorating the 50th anniversary of the invasion. The Turkish consul general got upset. He wrote letters to us to try and stop it, but we passed it in both houses. We'll be presenting it today at the breakfast. But that shows that with representation, our voices are heard, and a cause like that, which is so important, will not be forgotten.
Congresswoman, thank you so much for taking the time. Can you tell us a few words about what the parade means for you personally as a Greek American, and then a few words about the relationship between the Greek community and the American public?
Yeah, obviously we're very proud as Greek Americans to be here today because Greece has made so many contributions to the world, right? Whether it be philosophy or democracy or medicine or science. They have really contributed so much. And here in the United States, the Greek American community have contributed so much in the areas of medicine, philanthropy, business. And so we're really proud to celebrate our Greek roots and our heritage, the independence of our family's homeland, but also making sure that we build the strategic relationship between Greece and the United States, which each and every day is proving to be so significant and important, not just for Europe, but for our allies, Israel, Cyprus. And right now, obviously, it's 50 years that Cyprus has been illegally occupied by Turkey. And so as we celebrate Greece's independence, let's remember that neighboring country Cyprus, of which there are many Greeks who are here, they descend from, is still under illegal occupation.
We're here not necessarily for us. We're here for our fathers, grandfathers, great-grandfathers, and we're here to show them respect because they gave their blood. They gave their blood so we could be here today. They gave their blood so we could be here in New York and be able to be at the Pierre Hotel. So, we're here to celebrate them.
What do you make of this year's increased attendance?
Well, I think it's a beautiful day. I think people want to go out. After 2 years of COVID, they say free again, and someday we're going to find out what the real thing about this COVID was, because I don't think we know everything. But I think the Greek people want to come out, enjoy Fifth Avenue, enjoy the sunshine, and I think it's going to be the biggest parade in 10 years.
Yasu. I'm very proud to be a Greek American. I grew up in a Greek-American home. My grandfather was the priest in my little hometown back in New Hampshire. And, I remember wearing the Evzone when I was a child on March 25th. And I had the Evzone on, I had the fustanella, I had my tsarouchia, and I felt so proud. And I remember when I went to Greece, we went to the tomb of the unknown soldier. And I remember watching the Evzones and thinking about how glorious they represented our country and the wonderful contributions that Greece has made to all of civilization. So today we have a parade, over 90 floats, 200,000 people celebrating, with their families. And I love seeing the faces of the little children. The little kids, they absorb what's going on and they share that with their friends, and it gives them the sense of pride of who they are. And I think that's so important to make sure that our young kids in Neolea, they understand where they came from and why they're here and where they're going. So congratulations to everybody. Thank you so much for the interview. Zito Ialas. We're having a great day.
Κοιτάξτε να δείτε, οι Έλληνες της ομογένειας, οι ομογενείς είναι αυτοί που κάνουν την παρέλαση. Να είμαστε δει. Χωρίς αυτούς τους ομογενείς οι οποίοι μας δίνουν τον οβολό τους, τη βοήθεια, την οικονομική και την παρουσία τους, δεν μπορούσαμε να κάνουμε την παρέλαση. Όλα αυτά τα χρωστούμε στους Έλληνες, στους ομογενείς εδώ πέρα, οι οποίοι μας προσφέρουν για τους Ευζώνους φαγητό. Προσφέρουν εδώ πέρα το hospitality, ας πούμε, έχουμε εμείς, ας πούμε, τους δίνουν τη φιλοξενία μας, τα πάντα. Δηλαδή, χωρίς τους ομογενείς δεν μπορούσαμε να κάνουμε τίποτε. Τα σχολεία μας, οι κοινότητες μας, οι συλλόγοι μας, οι ομοσπονδίες μας, είναι αυτοί όλοι που κάνουν αυτό το μεγάλο, τη μεγάλη αυτή μεγαλύτερη παρέλαση.
As a member of the organizing committee, what are some of the challenges that you faced in organizing this year's parade, and obviously how you overcame them? Because obviously through the increased attendance, we can see that you've overcome them. So,
well, again, this is if anything a team effort. I mean, Yanni and Nomiki and of course Phil did a great job this year with organizing and chairing the parade. But every year, this is since I'm a kid, the Greek parade is a landmark day for the Greek community, where everybody comes out. You see so many volunteers. We do this with no payroll. We have one secretary that's paid to help just during the parade period, but everything else is volunteer. So every flagpole, every cordella, whatever you see here has been brought in by somebody's hands, purchased by somebody else, raffles sold, journals sold to raise money to pay for this parade. So it is a coming together of the Greek community of the greater New York. It's the largest event outside of Greece in the world. So this is something to be marveled at. And again, it is something that we use as a focal point each and every year. People want to know, when's the parade? And they show up. So this year's committee, the biggest thing we overcame this year is the weather. We paid the price last year, so this year it's going to be a beautiful day. Fifth Avenue will be filled.
So since a young girl, I've always been at the parade every year. It's a great honor for me now to be holding this title as Miss Greek Independence. The Greek Parade really shows our pride and strength as a Greek community in America. I think that it's super strong and great that we get to be able to have the Evzones with us today and to allow us to show our culture and to show our heritage to everyone around the United States, and also to show those in Greece that we're with them, we're fighting with them, and that we are free from the wars that have been happening recently.
Καταρχάς προχωράει τον ελληνισμό αυτή η παρέλαση πάρα πολύ. Για μένα μια τεράστια τιμή και είναι κάτι που με κάνει και νιώθω πάρα πολύ περήφανος.
Είσαι ένας Έλληνας ο οποίος έχει διακριθεί στα υψηλότερα επίπεδα στον τομέα του. Πόσο σημαντικό είναι η ελληνική κοινότητα να υποστηρίζει και να προβάλλει παιδιά σαν και εσένα που έχουν διακριθεί και διαφημίζουν την Ελλάδα στον κόσμο?
Πάντα εγώ τον εαυτό μου, έχοντας κάνει αυτά που έχω κάνει, θέλω να είμαι σαν πρότυπο για την νεολαία, για τα παιδιά. Τα πάντα ξεκινάνε με την παιδεία, οπότε αυτό θα έλεγα. Να είμαι σαν πρότυπο για τα παιδιά και να κάνω και εγώ τα σωστά πράγματα για να μην κάνω την εντύπωση.
Είναι η πρώτη φορά που το ζω και νιώθω πιο Έλληνας από το να είμαι Έλληνας στην Ελλάδα. Να ξέρετε ότι εμείς που ερχόμαστε, όπως ήρθα και εγώ σήμερα, και το ζούμε όλο αυτό, την αγάπη που έχει ο απόδημος ελληνισμός για την πατρίδα, σε συγκινεί περισσότερο και αισθάνεσαι ότι είσαι λίγος. Παρ' όλα αυτά είμαι εδώ και χαίρομαι που φωτογραφίζει ο κόσμος μαζί μου και λέω και εγώ το καλημέρα μου. Χρόνια πολλά, Ελλάδα δυνατά.
Ευχαριστούμε πάρα πολύ.
Κοιτάξτε, για μένα είναι μεγάλη χαρά, αλλά είναι τιμή και προνόμιο. Το ότι εκπροσωπώντας τη Βουλή των Ελλήνων βρίσκομαι σήμερα εδώ στην καρδιά της Νέας Υόρκης, στην καρδιά του κόσμου, για να γιορτάσουμε μια μεγάλη στιγμή για την Ελλάδα, την Παλιγενεσία και μια μαύρη επέτειο ταυτόχρονα που δεν πρέπει να επιτρέψουμε να ξεχαστεί. Άρα είναι πολύ σημαντικό για μένα να βρίσκομαι εδώ μαζί με την ελληνική ομογένεια, για την οποία θέλω να πω ότι ό,τι και να γίνει δεν είναι ποτέ αρκετό. Είναι εκείνη η δύναμη που στάθηκε και στέκεται στην Ελλάδα σε πολύ δύσκολες στιγμές, στα μεγάλα ανοιχτά εθνικά μέτωπα, με αυτή την αστήρευτη δύναμή της και την προκοπή της, και γι' αυτό της οφείλουμε πολλά. Και όπως είπα, τίποτα δεν θα είναι ποτέ αρκετό για αυτή τη μεγάλη δύναμη του ελληνισμού.
Ιδιαίτερα σήμερα που έχουμε και την ανάφλεξη τη μεγάλη στη Μέση Ανατολή, συμπίπτει η παρέλαση της ελληνικής ομογένειας, της Ελλάδας, των Ευζώνων, που έδωσαν μάχες για τη δημοκρατία, την ελευθερία και τα ανθρώπινα δικαιώματα, παρέλαση στο κεντρικότερο σημείο της μεγαλύτερης πόλης, της μεγαλύτερης χώρας. Και αυτό συμβολίζει το ότι η Ελλάδα μαζί με την Ευρώπη και το δυτικό κόσμο δεν θα πάψει ποτέ να αγωνίζεται για την ελευθερία, για τη δημοκρατία, για τα ανθρώπινα δικαιώματα. Άρα είναι τυχαίο βέβαια το ότι σήμερα, αυτή τη μέρα, αυτό το μήνυμα δίδεται από τους Έλληνες. Σας ευχαριστώ πολύ.
This year's parade, which commemorated the 203rd anniversary of Greek independence, featured members of some 95 local and out-of-state organizations, federations, parishes, schools, colleges, Greek American businesses, local unions, as well as Greek Americans from various New York City government departments and offices, including the New York City Police Force. They marched from 66 to 79 streets, carrying Greek and Cypriot flags, among them the huge Acropolis Flag brought from Greece for this occasion. Several floats displayed Greek heroes who fought during the 1821 War for Independence, as well as messages calling upon the end of the illegal occupation of Cyprus by Turkey and the peaceful reunification of the island.
I am really disturbed and bothered that for 50 years we've been getting promises from different politicians and nothing has happened. At the same time, we may say, well, if we didn't do all the work that we have done during the past 50 years, perhaps Cyprus would not be a member of the European Union, Cyprus would not be standing as a free democracy. But the bottom line is, not a single refugee went back home, not a single inch of the occupied area has returned to the legitimate government of Cyprus. And we are fighting and we are receiving promises. And like I said yesterday, where is Senator Biden when he was chairman of the Foreign Relations Committee? When he made that famous speech, not 1 cent, not $1, not 1 tank, not 1 airplane for Turkey unless it gets the troops out of Cyprus. Promises broken. So the message will be clear here today.
The main spectacle of the parade was again this year the participation of the Presidential Guard of Greece, known as the Evzones, who gracefully marched down Fifth Avenue, electrifying every spectator with their incredible presence. They were accompanied by the old Philharmonic band of Corfu that came from Greece on this occasion. Established initially on Park Avenue in 1938, the annual Greek parade soon after moved to Fifth Avenue to further accommodate the much increased participation of the Greek American community. Since then, it continues to be a major New York City festive tradition and an important event during which city, state, and federal officials, as well as officials and dignitaries from Greece and Cyprus, also participate. It is organized, as noted earlier, by the Federation of Hellenic Societies of Greater New York, a non-profit organization based in Queens, which encompasses some 200 local Greek American organizations which represent over 100 regions in Greece.